These days, it seems like there's a new plugin dropping every day, but they don't seem to excite me nearly the same as a guitar pedal does. Guitar pedal.
Oi! Shut the hell your face. Look at this credit card bill I just got today. You buying these stupid sitar pedals.
Guitar pedals, uncle, not sitar pedals.
YouTube video banai janda.
What's up, everyone? It's your favorite producer, Sicky. Today, me and some of my homies want to show you guys some of our favorite guitar pedals. I also received my new Habits pedal from Chase Bliss Audio, so I'm super pumped to show you guys. Hit that subscribe button, smash the happy fingers, and not the sad fingers, not to be confused with the mean fingers. To kick things off, the first pedal I think is great for producers who want to add texture, reverb, glitches. It's called Mood. The right side does the micro looping. These two knobs control the effects parameter. The switch below that lets you select between 3 different styles. And the foot switch below that lets you turn the effect on. This loop that I'm going to be using is from Ed Talenti's new pack called Heroes. Let's see what we can get with that. The left side, like the right side, has its own set of effects, and this one does delay, reverb, and this tape style effect called slip. Now, the thing that makes this pedal crazy is this middle knob. This middle knob is called a clock. Clock controls the sample rate of both of these effects channels. Adjusting it shifts everything in musical steps of fifths or octaves. The combination of all of this plus the dip switches at the top let you get these crazy creative results, which, like I mentioned in my blooper video, I will record, chop up in FL Studio, and make something brand new. This is a quick sample and beat I was able to flip using Mood. I'm really happy with that beat. My next pedal is probably my favorite one, and I say that because it really helps me create ideas I would never think of before. And it does this by recording a bunch of layers into the pedal, modifies them with some cool effects. This is the example for the melody that I recorded into the pedal from Ed's pack. I'm going to turn the layers knob, which is going to cycle forward into all the effects that I added. Turn this all the way to the right so you can see everything I did to it. That really got real messy. I love that kind of stuff. Something I love doing with this pedal is taking a recording with a bunch of layers and completely messing it up. I do this by setting the middle switch to add, which bakes the effect into the pedal with each passing loop, essentially stacking the effect over and over again. Where I get saucy with it is by constantly switching effects. Little stutter, octave up, random drops. Let's make it messy live. Now it's baked in. Above the pedal are a bunch of dip switches. By hitting these 2 switches here, I can switch the bank of effects that I control. This one is scrambling the order of the entire loop randomly to make it a little more freaky. All I'm doing now is I'm going to open up Edison, record, and hit play. Just record that audio into it. The audio located at the top is all the messy stuff that I did inside of Blooper. The second recording is how I chopped it, and the third one is the final result after I pitched it down a little bit. Pretty cool, right? When you use this pedal, it's important to remember the audio might not stay in sync. It'll get a little bit messy. So the real secret to using this in your workflow is to chop up the audio once you bring it back into your DAW. In this example, it's the same melody, but I went absolutely crazy inside a blooper. This is what we actually recorded originally. You're like,
What the heck, Sicky? That doesn't sound too cool.
wait till you hear this. And with drums, that sounds crazy, man. Come on, let's go. And the second example I want to show you is somewhat similar. You can learn a lot more about this pedal specifically because I did a whole video which I've linked at the top. In the meantime, let's go see which pedal my homie Relic loves.
Yo, what's up, Sicky Squad? It's your boy Relic. I'm gonna be showing you my personal favorite guitar pedal as of late, and that is the Fairfield Circuitry Shallow Water. As you can see, not only does it look good, but it fucking sounds amazing. So I'm gonna be showing you exactly how I use it in my production. You can kind of think of it as like an RC20 or like a lo-fi machine where it kind of just adds a little bit of grit and kind of darkens it up and gives it this warm, cool sounding texture. Quickly go over the parameters. Basically every knob on the left side is related to pitch modulation in some way, which kind of gives you that wobbly kind of sought after lo-fi effect that you hear a lot in like the cubeatz style and everything. The right knob actually determines how fast or how slow the pitch drifting acts. You can go from something really subtle to something really destructive and in your face. After that, we have the damp effect, which basically kind of determines how abrupt the pitch drifting actually happens. So the higher you have it up, the smoother the pitch drifting is going to be. And then the depth knob basically determines how extreme that pitch drifting actually is. And then last we have the LPG filter, which is basically an envelope-based low-pass filter. And basically what that means is the filter changes based off of the input signal. So if I have a loud input signal, the filter is going to open up more. And if I have a quiet input signal, then it's going to be quieter. And this is really great for things like one-shots or something that you would have a lot of velocity change in, because it can give you a lot of organicness and a bit more realism. I find that this pedal works on a pretty diverse amount of sounds, but I would typically use this for something that I'm trying to darken up and give a little bit more of a organic character, make something sound a little bit warm, just a little more analog sounding basically. Due to the nature of the LPG, this is a pretty dark pedal, but if you're trying to go for that sound or take away some of the abrasiveness, this can be a really cool, creative way to do that. One of my favorite things to do with this pedal is to adjust the mix knob, which kind of blends the original signal with the wet signal. And basically what this can do is this can add a mono chorus effect that sounds really fucking good. I'm going to show you this on a guitar and it just sounds amazing. So as you can see, I'm adjusting the knobs on the left to kind of give it a little bit more subtle of a pitch drift, so that way when I mix them together, it kind of gives this more luscious chorus effect as opposed to a very abrupt, wobbly kind of sound. Overall, I would say this is a pretty simple and effective pedal that works on a wide array of sounds. I could definitely see this being used as a first pedal for some people because of the limited parameters and just how simple and straightforward it is. That's pretty much it on my end. Back to you, Sicky.
Thanks, Relic. By the way, Relic has an incredible video he did on how to keep your project files and your sample packs organized. It's even better than the one that I did. You'd be smart to go check it out. It's an absolute gem. Hit the happy fingers if you guys like this video so far, and smash the subscribe button if you want to see more pedal videos from me. My third pedal is also from Chase Bliss. What can I say? I'm just a really big fan of everything these guys make, and they just happened to send me this. This is Habits. Habits is a delay in its most basic form, but knowing that Chase Bliss made it, I just know that it's got a lot going on under the hood. Let me show you. I've got this melody here from Arturia's new Prophet 5 VST, and it's running into Habits, and the pedal is currently off. Now it's on. The first thing that makes this pedal super cool are the ways that you can affect the delayed signal. Select your modifier with this switch, 1, 2, 3. Select your effects bank with this switch, bank A off and bank B. Let me show you a couple of these now. A1 is a stepped speed modifier. To the right, the delay will move in fifths and octaves, and counterclockwise, the loop will move in reverse, fifths, and octaves. A2 is stability, which introduces this analog feel, wow, flutter, and filtering. And to the right, you'll add all of that plus some noise, and to the left is no noise. A3 is a stepped trimmer. This will cut out parts of your echo. Clockwise, it'll cut the start. Counterclockwise, it will cut the end. B1 is smooth speed, which is great for smoothly changing the pitch, the speed, and the direction the audio plays. I'm pretty sure it's taking the rhythmic value of the delay and reversing them in blocks rather than the whole signal, which is what Blooper kinda does. Anyways, let me show you what B2 does. B2 is a simple filter. To the right is a high pass, to the counterclockwise is a low pass. Does that English totally make sense? B3 is a dropper, which causes playback errors or brief moments of silence. Clockwise is patterns of drops, and counterclockwise is random drops. Habits is always recording. In fact, it can capture up to 3 minutes of audio. And by messing with the scan and the spread knob, you can introduce a bit of the old audio into your signal in a really cool, interesting way, especially when the modifiers are applied. That is so cool, man. Now, the spread knob introduces a secondary echo that plays as part of Habit's memory, and at shorter settings, this can be used to design some really cool multi-tap delays. And at longer settings, it gives you the ability to be in 2 places at once. If I hold the left foot switch, it'll randomly scan for me, and I can kind of do it in like a one-shot format where as long as I hold the foot switch down, it'll scan through it, and if I let go, it'll stop. I'm gonna turn on the dry kill foot switch here, which means that the dry signal will just be turned off, and I can actually show you just the affected signal. Wow. As you can see, it's a crazy musical sketch pad. Like my disclaimer from the blooper pedal, you do have to re-record this back into your DAW and chop it up and find your moments that are really cool and fun and introduce those into your melodies and samples in order for it to work for the way that we like to use it. Let's go see what my friend Cheddameister has to say about his favorite pedal.
Yo, what's good, everybody? I go by the name of Cheddameister, and I'm a music producer and visual creative based out of Chicago. My only friend from Canada brought me here to talk to you guys about my favorite pedal, and that's Hologram's Microcosm. The Microcosm is a very complex pedal, but to sum it down, it basically is a granular effects and phrase looper pedal. It rearranges your sound, then reinterprets it back in crazy new ways, using these 4 sets of effects. Micro loop. Layers of short loops played back at various speeds. Granules, atmospheric fragments of sound with texture. Glitch rearranges your incoming signal in real time. Multi-delay. Multi-tap delay with different rhythms and textures. Alright, so the microcosm has a bunch of knobs and buttons that allow you to tailor your sound exactly how you want it. So let's go through those. The activity knob controls the complexity of the effect. Shape controls the attack of the effect. Filter cuts your highs with a low pass filter. Mix is your dry wet signal. Time is basically the subdivisions of the global tempo. Repeats control the duration and frequency of the effect. Space is your reverb. There's 4 different algorithms that vary in character and time. Loop level controls the volume of your loop. Some of these knobs give you the ability to shape your sound even more. Hold down the shift button. Repeats will control the mod depth. Space will control the reverb time. Loop level will control the fade time. Mix will control the effect volume. Filter will control the resonance, and shape will control the mod frequency. Now for the mod, these work in tandem. So basically that gives you modulation on your pitch of the effect. Alright, so what else can this pedal do? I haven't talked about it yet, but one of the most powerful tools of this pedal is the phrase looper. It allows you to record up to 60 seconds of an idea and infinitely overdub over top of it. Okay, so final thoughts. The microcosm is one hell of a pedal. It basically can manipulate your sound, texturize it, make it sound lush and ambient, or make it sound glitchy and give you sporadic little notes all over the place. If you don't have any guitar pedals and you're looking for your first guitar pedal, this is a great place to start. It's stereo, has MIDI so you can sync to the tempo. It does so many things that I can't explain in such a short video. So yeah, that's my take on Hologram's microcosm, my favorite pedal. Back to you, Siki.
Thanks, Chetta. Wow, these pedals are so much fun. I am super amped. Now, if you're someone that's thinking to yourself, oh, you could just create that with plugins, my friend, you couldn't be more wrong. The reason why I enjoy these pedals, sometimes even more than plugins, is because most of them, especially the ones from Chase Bliss, do a ton of different unique things that would take a tremendous amount of knowledge and patience to try and figure out. And believe me, I have tried. Any one of these pedals you saw today would be a great starting point. If you're a super beginner, the shallow water pedal that Relic showed you guys is a great first place. If you're a bit more hands-on, the Chase Bliss blooper pedal will always be my first recommendation, along with the habits. It's kind of fun. Give this video happy fingers. If you enjoyed it, join the Discord, leave a really nice comment. I do read all of them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Stupid sitar pedals. What the f is a sitar? I swear. Take 3. Why you not become doctor? Why you not become engineer? On the tuck 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 on the computer and the doom 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 all day. Idiot. Don't test me, acha?